Are you one of those people who enjoys a time warp every spring by attending the medieval fair when it comes to Gainesville? Well, imagine being one of the people who take the show on the road for many months out of the year. WUFT's Alexa Padilla gives us a hint at what that world is like.
Once a year on the outskirts of Gainesville, a kingdom is built. The city of Gainesville hosts the Hogtown Medieval Fair, and it comes equipped with its own royalty, merchants, and entertainment. But what started out as a small event is now one of the most popular medieval fairs in the country.
This event grew each and every year, got bigger and better each and every year, and the artisans and entertainers just love coming to Gainesville.
Most of the artisans and entertainers work the fair as their full-time job, and most of them have unique personalities.
Lady Catherine Elizabeth Victoria Mellevis, Carol Jean Martha Barbara, and Henrietta McMahon Malin Baroness of Woodsum at your service.
I love you. I love you. I don't know what you are, but I love you.
But amongst the eccentric, I found some normalcy.
I grew up in London, actually during the war and afterwards. I lived with my grandparents over the shop. So I've been a shopkeeper all my life, just about.
Sarah Dunlap lives in Middleburg, Florida, with her husband, daughter, and 2 grandchildren, and her job has her sewing a lot. She calls Middleburg her home base, but she isn't home for too long. Sarah decided to follow in the family footsteps and open up a shop of her own, but hers is a little different and has her traveling about 6 months out of the year. Sarah runs Lady Fair Dolls and Puppet Shop, a name which she carefully chose from her favorite Shakespearean sonnet.
On it goes on something, 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 my lady fair, something, something, because I can't remember it anymore.
Sarah travels around the country for her fairs, but she isn't the only one.
I've been as far as Arizona, Florida, all the way up to Massachusetts. Muskogee, Oklahoma, and then we go to Norman, Oklahoma, and then we go to Texas, and then we go to Colorado, then we go to Kansas City.
From Michigan to Ohio, California, Tampa, we travel all the way around.
What keeps them coming back is the atmosphere and camaraderie.
Everybody here is family. We live together, we work together, we love together. We're family.
Sarah uses all the traveling as a way to visit her children and grandchildren in Texas and New York, and she doesn't plan on stopping anytime soon because it keeps their family together.
They love coming to fair and seeing Granny and Grandpa. We have a lot of fun.
This is Hogtown's 26th year, and its authenticity should keep it running for many more to come. Alexa Padilla, WUFT News.
People seem to like stepping back in time, especially if just for a day. The spring opening day at the Hogtown Medieval Fair drew 12,000 patrons, the biggest crowd in 26 years. And our health whiz, Stephanie Bachara, joins us now.
Stephanie, what's new in the health world?
Well, here's something to talk about. Teen pregnancy has declined in the past 20 years. Wow. It's now at a record low, guys. The birth rate among teens in America has shown a 44% drop since 1990. It's considered to be at record low levels given the younger ages of when people would get married and have kids in past generations. The National Center for Health Statistics reports there were 34.3 births for every 1,000 teen girls in 2010. That is a 9% decline from the previous year and a 44% drop from 1990. Experts are crediting strong pregnancy prevention messages as well as increased use of contraceptives. New research shows breast cancer in women under 40 differs biologically and needs customized treatment. Researchers in Belgium examined the genetic makeup of breast tumors in over 3,000 women of all ages. Their study found that cancers in younger women contain aggressive tumors that often return after treatment. Experts are hopeful these findings will help lead to customized treatments that will improve the prognosis for the younger breast cancer patients. Through Facebook, people are known to share pictures and videos, but now they can even share their organs, or at least their organ donation preference. In the U.S., patients on the waiting list for an organ transplant dies at every 4 hours, but as the need for organ donation continues to rise, donation rates have been nearly flat for the past 20 years. Now Facebook is revealing a new feature that allows millions of users to share whether they are an organ donor or not, all with the purpose of spreading awareness. A donor can extend the lives of up to 8 people if their major organs are suitable, and if you add in eye and tissue donations, an accidental death followed by organ donation can help dozens of people.
Well, Thank you very much. That's amazing.
Yeah, I know. It's incredible how much we can do through Facebook.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
And the activist at the center of the diplomatic standoff between Washington and Beijing said today he no longer wanted to stay in China and wants asylum in the U.S. after hearing of threats made to his family. The blind self-taught lawyer spent 6 days in the U.S. Embassy in Beijing after escaping from house arrest. NBC's Ian Williams has the latest.
U.S. officials spoke to Chen Guangcheng and his wife in hospital today and acknowledged the blind human rights lawyer has had what they call a change of heart and that he now wants to leave China.
We're just going to have to sit down with him and talk about it and review all the options. And again, they're going to have to make a decision.
Ambassador Gary Locke was non-committal when I asked him whether Chen would be given asylum in the U.S. One news report today quoted Chen as requesting that he leave with Hillary Clinton on Saturday. The reality, though, is that he's now in a Chinese hospital under Chinese jurisdiction, which means negotiations over his future will be much more complicated and could take time. Secretary Clinton met top Chinese officials this morning for previously scheduled talks and only addressed human rights in very broad terms. My sense is that US officials are genuinely shocked that the deal they thought they had for Chen to stay in China with safety guarantees unraveled so quickly. And they continue to strongly deny there was any pressure on Chen to leave the US embassy. They say he was insistent on staying in China, and at no time during his 6 days with them did he ask for asylum. Ian Williams, NBC News, Beijing.
Well, we stayed warm and dry today, but rain chances will be increasing through the weekend. Come right up after the break. I'll give you a look at how that may affect your graduation weekend plans. Stay with us.